What's up, guys? Martin from Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. We got ourselves another shipment in and another bag of pay dirt. And this time it's from an eBay seller. eBay seller's name is MattNBren. That's MattNBren. Here, the seller's name is Matthew. And basically, it's 2 pounds of pay dirt from the wonderful, full of gold state that they call the Motherlode country, California. This is supposed to be a guaranteed 1/2 gram of gold bag of pay dirt plus. The description says Rich Cons, $28 plus $6.95 shipping for a total of $34.95. 35 bucks. The seller has a 100% positive feedback, and shipping was fabulous. 4 days from the order. It came in a priority box. Pay dirt wrapped in this bubble wrap. Even has a sticker warning about suffocation to dogs and animals and babies. But that's about it with that. Long story short, I did a Raz on Facebook. There's a group I'm involved in where I find a lot of my pay dirt to buy. But I did a Raz, I raffled off a bag of pay dirt and a gentleman won. And when I bought this bag of pay dirt, I saw his name and I was like, you know what? This is the same guy who won my pay dirt. So he mailed it to me, and then I wrote him when I got it, and I had to make sure. And I'm like, look at this, it really is the same person. So I started to speak to him, and we were laughing about it. He's like, I had no clue who you were. I can't believe that. I'm like, it's that small of a world. So it really is a small world, guys. This pay dirt community it could be large, but it's a very secret circle. We all know each other very well, and that's why I don't foresee myself getting, loaded bags from other companies, because they know it would hurt their reputation giving me a 1/2 gram more than all their people that buy, because they were getting no return customers. So shame on the sellers that have given me loaded bags, and kudos to the ones that are honest. Besides that, this is advertised as 2 pounds of pay dirt. Basically, let's get into the description. I'll let you know what he says in the description. I have it right here. And the description reads as, okay, I'm losing my bearings. Here it is. You will get 2 pounds of classified, unsearched concentrates from the American River in California, Motherlode country. This is real deal, filled with black sand and challenging. You will get all sizes of gold, straight down to micro. If you plan to extract all the gold, you may have to practice the tapping technique. And using a magnet is always helpful to separate the magnetite. This bag is salted with a 1/2 gram of gold, so you will find at least a 1/2 gram plus what's in the unsearched cons. Hope you enjoy these river concentrates as much as I do. So I'm really pretty excited about that. I really love rich, real gold bearing pay dirt that has a lot of heavies. I mean, I haven't been able to get away from the black sands. I've been really dealing with black sands a lot lately, but that's the industry I am, and that's what I do. So let's get into the review. Basically, it came wrapped up in this. Came in a priority box, like I said, and this bubble wrap, which basically is the first time I ever saw the suffocation sticker. I already opened it, but what I think is pretty cool is it came in this vacuum sealed refrigerator bag, which is really awesome. These things are super heavy duty. They're pretty expensive, so and the air was sucked out, but I already opened it up. But that was pretty cool. The pay dirt looks extremely rich in black sand and hematite and magnetite. So I know it's going to be a rough going, but it is what it is. And I do know about California gold. There is some opportunity to get some pickers, but most of the gold will be under 20, over 40 mesh, and obviously a lot of fly poop. So I'm excited. I'm going to come back with the weigh up, and then we'll classify it, pan it out, and I'll come back to my results. So hold on, guys, for the weigh up. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's get this weight up, and let's see if we got our 2 pounds. The scale is on. The pay dirt is here. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Here we go. 2.5 heavy pounds. Thumbs up. Awesome job. Super excited about that. That is definitely a good way to become a successful pay dirt seller. Sellers, please take note to the weight of this. All sellers should be given more than advertised in the dirt alone, just to satisfy us buyers' needs, to show that you went above and beyond your advertised product. So thumbs up to that, MattNBren. Now I'm excited to get my hands dirty and to play with some California Motherlode River concentrates that's shining. So I'll be right back with the classification of results. So hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back, finished up with the classification. Let's see what we got, and let's get this review underway. This is my over 10 material. Pretty decent size over 10 material. Usually you don't see this much, but yeah, so far so good. I'll tell you this, I found some beautiful garnets in there, and I found one really nice piece of gold. So this is my under 10 over 20. Once again, a pretty decent amount. Not going to complain. Hopefully I find a lot of size gold in that mesh. This is my under 20 over 40 mesh. Once again, they're all relatively the same height. And this is my under 40, 60, 80, 100 mesh. This one almost feels a little heavy. So let's just check out the black sand part. Let's just see if this is black sand nightmare. Let's move these off. Let's check it out. Not that bad. Not that bad. Let me see if I can get some more. Well, there is some magmatite in here and hematite, but I'm going to say there's probably a lot, and yeah, it is. You know, the guy does say it's a heavy black sand material. Now, necessarily, I'm going to see in here real fast. You can see in the back mirror, yeah. I'm going to say it doesn't necessarily have to be magnetic. I have a lot of trouble with non-magnetic black sand. You know, hematite and magmatite and hematite, whatever you want to call it. When it's non-magnetic, that's the stuff you have a real hard time with, because it's really heavy and dense, and it wants to stay on the top of the pan, even though you're doing the knock and remove, you know, the tap technique, and you're not doing the swirl. You're doing the up and the back and forth flip, like this. You know, just like this. If you do the swirl, the gold likes to fly this way, or the material comes back down to the bottom. With the flip, even with the non-magnetic black sand, sometimes it will stay up there and it'll be tricky. Even the best have somewhat of a hard time with it. And even when you're done cleaning up your gold at the end and you take a picture or you show it, it's hard to, I'm talking about different size mesh gold, not just 10 mesh and 20 mesh. When you're in the 40 and the 60 mesh gold, you're going to have a lot of black sand that's going to want to tag along, and sometimes it's the non-magnetic stuff that gives you a real pain in the tush. So besides that, you can see the black sand in there. There is black sand in this, and I knew there would be. This is you know, California cons, so it's going to be a tough cookie to pan. Remember, it's a guaranteed ½ gram, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So far, the one piece of gold I pulled out of the plus 10 material, there was a little other pieces in there too. I did see some gold, and we know I'm going to find some gold because I'm guaranteed a ½ gram. It was really a nice piece. It's definitely flat. It got beat up by the river for a couple of millennials, but I'm happy to own it. So until then, guys, this is it right here. I'm finished up with the classification. I'm going to pan this out. I'll come back with those results and my final thoughts. But let's go over it one more time so you guys see. This is my plus 10, my under 10 over 20, my under 20 over 40, and my 40, 60, 80, 100 mesh. And that's it, guys. I'll be right back with the results and my final thoughts on MattNBren's eBay seller pay dirt from American River, California, the Motherlode country. Guaranteed half gram. He does have another product for sale with a guaranteed gram. I will be, depending on how this comes out, I will probably order that because I'm really having a blast. You know, I'm just going to be a spoiler alert. I'm going to show you some of the riches I found in there. I mean, look at that piece of gold. Pulled this rock out because I thought I saw some gold on it. But look at those garnets in there, man. Look at those beautiful, beautiful garnets. Look at that beautiful chunk of gold in there. I'm just spoiling alert. I can't hold it. You can see what I'm looking at. Beautiful. Lovely. All right. So let me get to finishing up. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. I'm back. Just finished panning out California American River cons from MattNBren, an eBay seller. And oh boy, I had a blast. I had an absolute extremely fun time panning this pay dirt out. Definitely no complaints. Let's get into some of the treasures I found and then we'll break down what's going on. I found these beautiful, zoom up, beautiful, I mean like really nice garnets. Check out some of them, and they are extremely large ones too, so I'm very, very happy with that. Nothing to consideration, take into consideration cost wise, it's not going to do anything to the R.O.I, but it gives it that fun factor amount. So I'm going to say kudos on having those. Definitely a plus, and a nice pile of gold. Take out my tweezers so I can show you what's going on after that. A little information on the pay dirt. As I panned it, there was a decent amount of black sand, decent amount of non-magnetic and magnetic black sand like I mentioned before. So it was a challenging pay dirt. It wasn't super challenging if you wanted to get all the regular larger size gold out, but there was a lot of finds when you got down to the 40 mesh and below. So I'm going to recommend this pay dirt because it definitely is a challenging, fun bag of pay dirt. For the cost is not that bad. It's a $35 bag of pay dirt. Really $34.95. It's $28 plus $6.95 shipping, so it comes out to $35. But it's not that bad. I mean, I really had a good time. And you'll see why when we get into the R.O.I. So let's get into the R.O.I. Ain't nothing better than seeing that. Put the old counterweight on. Okay. Take that bad boy off. Here we go. 0.73 grams of gold. Let's move that up so you got, oh, careful. There you go. 0.73 grams of gold. Guys, this was a guaranteed half a gram bag. That is really good. Look at this one chunk of gold. I was trying to tell you before, I showed you, that's some black sand in the middle of my hand. Look at that nice piece of gold. If I could focus on it. Look at that baby. That is a really pretty piece of gold. Extremely flat, but definitely nice. I have no complaints adding that to my pile of gold. Definitely thumbs up on that one. Let's take a peek at all the other gold so you can see. There was a lot of fine gold in here. But there also was larger size mesh gold in there. So I got no complaints on that. As you can see, the gold is very clean, which is definitely a thumbs up in my book. It looks very, very pure, very, very clean, so I'm happy about that. There is a lot of larger size gold in there, but I definitely have a lot of finds in there. So no complaints on that book. You know, what I'm trying, what I say is I love the challenge, and I love the different size, the variation and gold size mesh. I really like that. I like to go into the pan and I like to see gold in every size mesh. Now, it's another thing I wanted to touch base on real fast. You do not have to classify your material. When I first started panning, I was using a kitchen strainer for macaroni and pasta. For a very long time, that's all I ever used. I used 2 different size strainers. I did fine. As long as you can get out the larger material from the over 10, then otherwise you're fine. I like to break it down because the people who are doing pay dirt at home, like me, we like to get a little technical. And we'd like to see the different size pay dirt and what each are holding and how much fine gold there is and fly poop, and see the originality of the pay dirt. So that is definitely an A+. I'm excited about it. I had a great time. I will be a returning customer. I'm going to try his 1 gram bag. If this is definitely almost a 1/4 gram more than what he's advertising, then the 1 gram bag of pay dirt is definitely going to be absolutely epic. I had a great time. As you can see, I got a beautiful new gold case holder. That was from Dylan. Thank you very much. Won one of his giveaways. I got a couple of them, but that is definitely how I'll be traveling around my gold. So let's get into some numbers. At 0.73 grams of gold, that was worth $27. At today's numbers, that's $27 worth of gold. I paid $35 for this bag, so my ROI is 77%. A 77% ROI. I mean, that is awesome. I love getting. I'm so happy I'm out of that 40 mark. I mean, I really am. I've been challenging with the 40% ROIs for the last month and a half. I finally broke that streak a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and now I'm back in the plus. So that's definitely a good thing. A 77% ROI. So this bag costs $28 plus $6.95 shipping, which comes out for a total of $34.95, which is basically $35. So I'm going to say a 77% ROI with a $27 gold value is definitely an A+. So definitely kudos to the seller. And with that said, you guys got the numbers. You saw what went on. It was a really, really good bag of pay dirt. It was obviously a lot of different variations in size of mesh gold, which is really an A+. I got a nice size picker I cannot complain about. You know, it came in that vacuum sealed bag with the air sucked out of it and heat sealed. So packaging was an A+, shipping was an A+, customer service was an A+. This is definitely a nice, I'm going to give this one a 10. And I give 10s occasionally. Not that, it's very rare not to get a 10. But this one's going to get a 10. Everything was perfectly fine. So I would definitely say this guy is, if he's going to continue selling, he's going to have a great future ahead of him. So besides that, guys, I'll see you guys on the next review. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to share it. Don't forget to hit the bell for all my recent notifications. If you guys want to help support me, go check out my Patreon page. Please support us. It definitely goes a long way. Every single dollar. I do fantastic, awesome giveaways on my Patreon page for my Patreon members. And I'm constantly giving away sluices, choices of bag of pay dirt, gold, coins, silver, copper, bronze, you name it. I have giveaways that are just fantastic. I'm flabbergasted by some of the things I give away, but I'm definitely happy to share my experiences and the deals I get with everybody else. You can also donate to the channel at paypal.me/MartinMastrangelo, and every penny goes a long, long way. Trust me. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $15, or $1,500, every penny goes directly back into the channel. So it definitely helps me out, and I appreciate the support 1,000,000%. And definitely, if you do some kind of stuff like that, I will mention you in the channel. Next week, I'll have another awesome review coming up that you guys are gonna love. This pay dirt. I don't know if you're gonna love it, but it's a lot of pay dirt. So it's gonna shake your heads on how much it is. And I highly doubt there's gonna be a lot of gold, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next review. Until then, have a nice day, a nice night. God bless. I hope that gold is in your pan, and I'll see you again. Once again, this is another review done by Golden Pay Dirt Reviews. Peace out, guys.